pre-season. Can we talk about pre-season yet? Can we bring this in?
Yeah, we're doing pre-season, so.
So we played 3 games in pre-season. We played Rochdale away, Bolton first at home, and then we played Bolton second team away. Rochdale was a bit of a farce, all round. It was. I mentioned this to Sam because I saw him and I mentioned pitch stars, and he straight away jumped all over me. But they had I think you've stopped and played on it, haven't you? To be honest, because it was horrendous.
Yeah,
they got no pitch mark. It had no pitch markings. It's a pokish little thing. You're too close to the walls. It's just a ridiculous. It was just never ever a futsal. It was just not a futsal court. They didn't have any match balls, did they?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
No, you weren't there. They didn't have any match balls. The referee was happy to let. It was just a farce. They got there.
No shin pads.
None of their team had shin pads. And he's like, just get on with it. It's up to them if they wear shin pads or not. Oh, mate, no. And they're all, again, it's all my fault because I'm saying, ref, you need to get them in shin pads, please, because it's on you. No, mate. They've all told me it's not on me. It's on them. God, you're not listening, bud. Please, and he would go, aye. But the game went ahead. But all our players turned up late, didn't they?
Yeah.
So it was kicking off at 1:45. They rocked up at about 10 to 2, something like this. So we started the game with, I don't know, it might as well have been me playing. But we started the game with anyone who was there. And I think it was real weird because I think they got a bit giddy because they've been putting stuff online, haven't they? They've been beaten, they beat West Yorkshire, they beat Eagles, and I think they went 2-0 up against us or something, getting all giddy, and then I think they was winning at half time. 4-3 or something like that, and it was all getting a bit carried away. I'd give him another bollocking at half time, and then our lads turned up. Then they turned up in the second half, and it was just a waste of time, and the game just went away. I think we won 13 something or whatever it was. 13. It was a nothing game in the end. But shame we had to start the game like we did, and then we played Bolton the week after at home. Their first team, pretty much full strength, barring I don't think they didn't have Conor Miller.
Again, I wasn't there.
Didn't have Conor Miller. Didn't have the keeper.
Perney
didn't play.
Conor Woodruff wasn't there, was he?
No, maybe. But they brought all the new lads in. But there was all right. Looked all right. That wasn't a bad game. It was quite physical, but the ref let it go. To be honest, he was just letting stuff go, and people wanted to play the game properly, and he was letting it. I thought he let the stuff go, and it was all right. He didn't start it, and it was people getting on with it. So that was a decent game. We enjoyed that one, and then we played Bolton's second team.
I was there for that one.
He was there for that one. Again, we started off a bit slow, didn't we? We just.
I think what didn't help, we started players that either the new to futsal or we've brought in from the second team from 2 years ago.
I tried giving people a bit more time in that game.
Tried to give people a bit of responsibility and a chance to step up, and
they couldn't quite.
I think I started, didn't I?
There's a couple,
we just tried to.
That it didn't quite happen, did it? And again, we got going probably 10 minutes into the game, and then we started.
3-0 down.
I think it was 3-0 down.
Yeah.
But then we got into the game, and we started playing, and we started to. The tempo raised in it, and it was quite good. Scott, our famous, you've put it on X, haven't you, that one off Coddy where you just launch. But again, if people want to think we launch it still, then I'm happy to let them. We'd launch it. Yeah. So if Birmingham are watching, just we'll chuck everything on your keeper's head. But it was good, wasn't it? I thought the way we played once we got going, it started to look not amazing. But it looks like we've got a plan now to get out, and we can actually create chances and score. It's whether we can keep them out in the other end. So yes, mate. So that was pre-season, pretty much done. We've got a couple of friendlies in the week now, just against local football teams. They're coming in just to give us a run out on Wednesday nights. Then we start the season.
Yeah.
We've got Birmingham WLB. If he gets his players signed on in time. Hopefully he does. So we're playing them. We've got them first, and then York second. So I think after 2 games, we're going to pretty much know whether we're going to get promoted, I think, or we're going to be struggling. I think they're the two teams in it that could do.
I think they finished
second and third.
Second and third, did they?
I think so. So they're the second and third from last year. So we'll have a go. I'll be devastated if we. I know I like to set myself up, so people like to shoot me down and laugh at me and Phil, but I'll say I'd be devastated if we didn't win this league this year. I'm looking at, there's a tier 2 cup, I'd like to win that as well if we can. I think we're good enough. I think the team that'll beat us is us. They're the only ones that'll stop us, I think, this year. If we go big time or don't listen.
You sound big time right now, so
I like. See, this is like, I love all this because I go back to it. Futsal's boring, isn't it? And everyone loves it when we pop in and they see us, and then if we fail, they love it. Yeah. And when you're playing, they love it when you miss a shot and they're all giving you loads, and you think, if that's what makes this game something like, then we'll chuck ourselves out there to be shot down. But I wish more would, or come on here and give us a bit of grief back, get a bit of banter going. But I am bothered if it sounds big time or not. That's
what I will say is we lost one player from last season's Tier 1 squad, which was Keno at the back. We recruited a player to help Keno because he had to basically do all the defensive side backman on his own. We found the perfect person to help him, and obviously Keno's gone to play in the Legend Step 7 League football instead because I think he wanted to play Tier 1 and not Tier 2, so I think he went a bit, speaking of big time, I think Keno went a little bit big time on us there. But the kid who we brought in to help him, I think, is a massive upgrade.
No, he's going to be a player. So we brought in a lad called Mason Chaffer, again plays Step 5 football, so plays for Botsford. Very big, very strong, young lad, 19, 20, isn't he? Can play. He looks a unit.
Yeah.
But he's going to be decent. He's going to be a very good player, I think. If he sticks at it, I think he's got the right attitude already. He's asking for clips back, wants to see where he can improve. So I think he's going to be really good. I hope. But we've got 2 or 3 of these now, aren't we?
Well, I was just thinking then. So we've got Luca, Step 5, Brad, Step 4 at the minute, Skelly, when he dips into football, 6, Jason, Step 5/6 because he's on loan with the same team as Skelly. Schaffer, Step 5. So we've got a lot of players who are playing at a level where all the squad generally get paid, which is probably the levels where the decent football starts. So we're full of them now. So our plan of getting better footballers is starting to come together. So should we touch on the England stuff?
Yeah.
Should we touch on the English while we're talking about that? So for me, Jason Shaderi coming to his first season of football. We had these recent England assessment days or whatever they are. I didn't know too much about them. I saw the dates. I didn't know anything about the invites. I didn't know if you had to put players forward. Whatever it was, I think we went and played Bolton B, and people were starting to talk to me about some of the players that was there. I was just overhearing it. I think Skelly knew a lot. I don't know if he had mates there, or I think maybe Tyler was there and stuff like that. And when I started to hear some of the players, a lot of them were Tier 2 players. So I thought, okay, they've got players in to look at, which is great. Let's have a look at them. Then I think we had a chat and I was sort of leaving it, and then I couldn't, something was eating inside of me. I was massively disappointed that none of our players were being assessed. So I sort of put something together I didn't know who was running it. I thought it must be Sean. I think the way the conversation's going, when it must have been more Juan. So basically my argument was, so I'd been sending clips of Luca because I think we've got something in Luca. I think he is one of the best players in Tier 1, and I say that as someone who is not as cocky or confident about stuff as you. I genuinely think he's that good. I've not seen... Well, I said it to Cookie the other day, and I'm not comparing to Cookie because they're completely different players. Maybe, the clips I'm seeing of Cookie now in the 12 days of Cookie, he probably is like that in terms of he seems to go past the play without the defender knowing how he's just got past him. He's just got past him. And I think Luca's like that. He can go both ways. He's left-footed, he's right-footed. And I've sent in these clips to Kitson and Kwan to say, look, get this kid involved. There's something about him. I think he could play for 4 or 5 different nationalities, couldn't he?
Yeah.
He's such a down-to-earth kid. He's 19. He scores goals. He's performing really well. There's only so much we can coach him. I think you've got a talent like that. There's a futsal, and then there's East Riding futsal, and there's other futsal. Get this little gem, and if you want to convert him into futsal, get him involved. And that was what I was pushing last season. Then this assessment day comes over, and it gets overlooked. But that one, the disappointing one for me. That's fine. I pushed him. The disappointing one for me was Jason Shineri. So I don't think, if I say Jason Shineri, many teams will know who he is. No, he is, but he scored against every team last season in Tier 1. Bear in mind, it was his first season in Tier 1. The only team he didn't score past was Manchester, which, if we took a full team to Manchester in that second game, possibly he could have.
And he bombed a one-on-one.
He missed an open goal at home against Manchester early in the season.
Put 2-1 up, yeah.
But yeah, he scored 7 against Bloomsbury, for example, last season. He scored against Bolton, Loughborough, Wessex, Genesis, Maidenhead, Hartpury, Derby, and like I say, Bloomsbury. But so these are the top 11 goals. So if you was going like Football Manager, okay, you don't know if you go Football Manager, but everyone here watching it has been on Football Manager. You want to buy a new striker, or you want to buy a new player. You start going scouting, and the first thing you look for, goal scored.
Goal scored.
Okay, goal scored. Okay, so what you'll do is you'll go in Sweden. This kid scored this many goals in this games, and you might find someone, Javier Saviola or all these players back in the day. So you look at the goal scorers. So these are the players. So I did it to 11 because we'll talk about the 11th player. But these are the top 11 goal scorers, and which one of these are household names and which one isn't? Connor Miller, Jordan Matthews, Danny Stapleton, Harry Tozer, Felipe Barcelos, Jeffrey Adubafor, Jordan Edge, Jason Shineri, Sam McGrath, Tyler Cook, Calvin Dixon. International, not international. Barcelos is not. I'm sure if he was, could be. I'm sure England would have him because he was very good pivot last season. So Jason played every game last season. Committed to futsal. His first season in Tier 1. I remember his first session he came to when he took a throw in. No, that was not that long ago. He scored 16 goals in 18 games. He didn't take penalties. He didn't take 10-metre penalties. The big thing for me is the players just above him, Jordan Edge, Adubafor, Barcelos, Tozer, Stapleton, Matthews, they all got to play the crappiest team in the league, which was East Riding.
The leakiest defence.
So we let it up. I went for over 100 goals, so they all got to play against us. So I worked it out. So I've done some stats here. Okay, them players there scored 29 goals against us. Okay, Calvin Dixon, for example, scored 5 of his 15 goals against us. So he scored 10 last season. Calvin Dixon gets assessed and is in the England squad. He should be. He was the best pivot we played. He was pivotal. So why he wasn't involved, I don't know. But he was the best pivot we played against last season. He got to a point where he was too strong, too technical. I had to go mark him because I think I was the only one that could physically handle it. I couldn't defend with how good technically he was, but physically I was probably the only one that could. But yeah, it was just disappointing, like I say, just above him. So Jordan Edge, he scored 17 in 18 games.
He takes pens.
He takes penalties. He scored 3 against us. You take them out, he's down to 14 because Jason didn't get to play. Yes, Jason would have played 2 games more then, but I just look at all the names and I don't understand why he's not being assessed. So you've got a player in Tier 1 scoring all them goals, scoring against every team in the league. He must be of a level because they're all internationals. Or is it just pure luck?
Or is it because he's got that name there up next to him?
Ish Rahadin. I don't know. But these are the conversations I've had. And
But what did Wan say about him when you mentioned him?
he didn't know who he was. He said, "I think you've got another one. Is it called? Is he called Jason?" So I don't know why he's not being looked at. I don't know why.
How don't you know he is? When there's 10 teams in the league, you're the England manager. You should know every player in that league who's eligible to play for you.
But like I said, you could take that as a criticism, and it's not, because I've had this conversation with him and I told him how disappointed I was. I push Luca because I think he is that good.
Yeah, I do.
I've never pushed Jason because he needs help, and I've said, unfortunately, you're going to have to help him, because we can help him to a certain degree, but I think the way Wan is, and he spoke about Jeff and stuff like that, I think he is also, okay, he can quote himself, I'm not going to quote him word for word, I think he's also in agreement from the tournaments he's been involved with. You can go down a route of, do you go down committed futsal players, or do you convert good footballers who can handle the pressure, especially on the ball? I think from what he's seeing, again, he can quote himself, I think he realises there's only so far you can get with committed futsal players, and that better quality players is the way forward. My response was, I've got two.
Well, we've got two, and with a bit of help, we could probably have another. I could name another three,
and that's it. So we're the only ones bringing these footballers in. But if I've got a player scoring 16 goals in 18 games and Jordan Edge and Nadu Before scoring 17 each,
it's bad, because Skelly was just under that.
Skelly was just under that.
He was on 14.
Yeah, but I went top 10. I went top 10, and I bought Calvin Dixon in because he got in. But Calvin Dixon, I know he had injuries, but he only scored 10 goals last season. If you take off the 5 against us, when he had me marking him, a 40-year-old pivot. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So that's my disappointment. It was the fact he didn't know who it was. And so for me, it wasn't. The disappointment was not that he wasn't selected. My disappointment was I don't trust the system, and that was what my email said.
My biggest disappointment was he had people like Jordan Matthews down, Tyler Cook, all the rest of them assessing him.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to explain that one to me. Why would you assess a player who's just played 6 games in the tournament for you, and now you're bringing him back in for assessment days to say what?
The other thing I think is they were assessing players against the players he knows about. But that's the only thing I could like I said, I don't know too much about him yet.
It baffles me.
It's an anomaly.
But to me, you should get a game for England based on what you're doing in the league. If you're playing really well in the league,
that's what I'm saying.
Then you should bring you forward and go, you're in the squad.
But I know some tier 2 players might have done really well last season, but there's a player doing in tier 1, and you don't even know what you don't even know his last name.
Yeah.
That's where I'm disappointed. So for me, there's something wrong with the process. And again, I'm not trying to upset anyone here. I've had this conversation with him and expressed my disappointment. We do work hard in getting players in, and we try and get them to understand. And we have to take them to shitholes like Genesis, where the referee's getting changed in a fucking cupboard.
Yeah.
And when we have to get them to understand there's opportunities here. And then when opportunities don't come after putting a season playing for the bottom team in the league and scoring 16 in 18 games against all these international players, I'm going to get upset.
Yeah, I agree.
So something has to change around. I think he did something about performance after games, and I don't know if it continued. I don't know whether it's me not doing it. I'm not sure, but I think if there was something around, look, I've got 4 pivots. I'm happy with them all. I've got Sam McGrath. I've got Calvin Dixon. I've got these. I'm not looking at any pivots at the minute, but we have only got 3 or 4 wingers. Russell Goldstein's coming towards the end of his career. Cookie's gone. The spaces. What has everyone got? Who's your best fix? Who could be the next Stuart Cook? Put them forward. I
don't think they ever come to watch one of our games.
No, they watched it. No, they didn't. They watched them on Joymo, which is fine. But if they're watching all the games, he scored against every team.
But why? Do you know, you're the England manager. Surely your job on a Sunday is, like we would be, go watch a game. I'm not just going to go around London to watch a game.
And I think that is changing. I think circumstances around jobs have changed to allow that, which is great. We need that, and he's to be fair to him, he's committed to a game to come watch us, to watch these players, which is fine. But I think my disappointment is I'm sick of fighting for our players just to be looked at.
Yeah.
I want you to come and go, Danny, who's this Jason that keeps scoring goals?
And show a bit of interest.
This is it. So he's five. So I said this is Jason's profile. So he's 5'5". He loves a step over. He always seems to be at the back post. He scores. He just seems to score goals. He's getting better defensively. He needs some work.
Strength's amazing.
His strength for a 5'5" kid is ridiculously good. Like, that's his profile. But he needs help with this, and this. Can you help that? He plays a high level of football. Do you know what I mean? I think they're the conversation we need to have.
Like, I had this with Cookie when we played his first team. So he was talking about Luca, and I just said, for us to keep players like this involved, we can dangle the England carrot. And I don't know. I'm hoping that they'll look at them, but I said, we need some support now. We're getting you, and we can get you these players in. But have a look.
Yeah.
I'm not saying play them, but what's the harm of getting a couple down then and going?
He did say,
I need to see him.
He did say, and I know where you're going to go with this. He did say there's players like Jeff that come into a game who've had to wait for their chance for the England slot. But like I say, yeah, that's all good and well, but you made a good point when I mentioned that to you. The England team weren't around when Jeff came in, and he's had to wait till the England team came back for him to get his chance. But for me, if you've got someone like Jeff with his physique and his attributes and his ability, he needs to be straight and involved. But whether it's just training or...
But I'll say to you then, so you run a team and you played in a competition and you finished bottom of that competition, or you finished third to bottom and you only got 4 points, disappointing end result. So to get better, how do you get better? Do you try and polish up them players you've got to be amazing, or do you go, I need better players, because the gap between third and second was like that.
Yeah. Which again, I'm not saying Jason should be in. I'm not saying get rid of players to get him in. I'm saying if you have an assessment day, why is the 8th top goal scorer in the league in tier 1 you don't know about, but there's players in tier 2 that are getting assessed. That was where my disappointment was.
But what does getting assessed mean? I don't understand.
I don't know too much about it. I don't know too much about it, but like I said, it's just disappointing. Hopefully that change. I hate having to moan about stuff for stuff to happen, but maybe they'll be grateful for this. I don't know. Maybe they'll take it as an insult. I don't know. But it's
probably. I don't know one way or the other. We'll either get slated for it.
I bit my tongue for 2 days.
Yeah, then
I had to send an email. I said to you, I'm not doing it, mate. I've been down this route with Skelly, and I don't want people getting a look in just because I've moaned about it and for them to go, well, that shut them up. I want them to be rewarded for 16 goals in 18 games.
What I want.
When Sam McGrath, starting pivot, scored 16 in 15.
For Bolton, for the best team in the league.
Yeah, Tyler Cook, 15 in 18. Do you know what I mean? So it's got to be of some level.
If you finish second to bottom and you're scoring that many goals, you have to be good, because the starting pivot for England, who plays for Bolton, who scored goals at will, didn't score as many as Jace. I don't know. That's how I'd look at that myself.
Yeah,
that's how I'd look at it. But I just want. We'll continue to bring players through, and we'll try and get these players in.
Well, it's funny because the players we're getting in now are around this network of players, like if Jacob Hill ever turns up. But we've got high level of footballers around this group we've got who will want to come in. We're quite restrictive on who comes in based on personalities and commitment and stuff like that. But if they are in, we can get them in. So if you are looking down that route, we'll continue to do what we're doing.
But I think we're the only team doing it. I think everyone else seems to shy away or don't know the connections to get the footballers in, or can't get them in for whatever reason. But for whatever reason we can, and we are. So all we ask for is a bit of support. If you want the support, I want England's futsal team to go up there. And whether that's with our players or someone else's players, but the team needs to get up there. And with the current crop of players, I'll say it again, it's there.
Yeah.
To move up a level, these players are not going to get any better. Yeah. They're there, 86. You need to bring in better players. Whether that's our players or not, don't know. But I know that they're 86.
I think that was my biggest disappointment. It was like, oh, we'll keep an eye on him. It's like, but I've had this conversation before, and it'll be, but he's only doing it at tier 2.
I know, because next year when he scores, I'm challenging him to score 40 in tier 2. So if he scores 40 in tier 2 next year, they'll just go, yeah, tier 2. Right, so what's the point of that?
Yeah.
He's going to score that many.
I'm hoping we're wrong. And I'm hoping, like I say, I'm hoping things change where...
It needs to change. You need to be playing the best players. There was something going on with Calvin Dixon last year, or he never got picked. I don't know what the ins and outs of that was, but there was obviously something political going on.
I get the Toza one. I get the Toza one selected, and then he went goals, and then he was selected. I get that because I think Toza was a bit part player at Manchester, moved down south.
He's quick,
did all right.
He's got a bit of speed.
Did all right. I can see why that call came, but I think Calvin Dixon, everyone knew he was a very good player, especially because Juan worked with him. It's just a bit.
I don't get it.
I don't know.
I'll never know the ins and outs why he never got picked, but he didn't get not picked because of ability. There was something else behind the scenes why he didn't get in. Probably everybody knows, bar me. Whatever. But whatever it is, we need to stop this stupidness in futsal. And if you don't like someone, then you can't pick their player or something.
I don't know if that was it. I don't. Yeah.
Well, it's either there's something gone on. Either he didn't want to play for England, or they didn't want him to play for England because he's by far and away what I've seen. Well, whatever you think, one of the best players in this league by a mile.
Conor Miller's very good, but I think when we saw Conor Miller the most, he drops off a lot, doesn't he? He gets a lot of the ball from what he played when he played against us. But like I said, Calvin Dixon for me, it was the way he gets low and he gets the ball out and he backs in, and just very, very clever.
A very good player, like I said.
Left-footed. Right.
Yeah, probably, but probably is against us.
I might be wrong there, obviously.
But I say that's the sort of player you want. That he'll up the levels, England. He just will, and that's the sort of people we want. I think he's gone in the Baller League and won that as well, hasn't he?
I don't know. I didn't
really
watch that.
So it's all. But I'm hoping our players. I don't know. Well, we're in tier 2 this year, so if our players are good enough in tier 2, they're good enough in tier 2. I'm sure we'll get overlooked because we're in tier 2. That's my thoughts on it, but
no, I think they've proven they will look at players at tier 2 because of the players that were assessed. But I don't know. My question is, Anyway, I don't want to keep going on.
No.
But again,
we're not.
That's just a hot topic at the minute.
We're not going to start another campaign of Luca for England. It's just disappointing.
Yeah, if they're good enough, they are. But please, just have a look at them.
And if they're not good enough,
tell them what they need to work on.
Don't want to wait. You're in tier 2.
Well, I think they did that with Skelly, didn't they? This is what you're good at. This is what you're not good at. And then Skelly went away and worked on it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Simple as that. And obviously they started him, so he's obviously done something right. So, but should we do some predictions? I'll throw that on you. Predictions.
Well, let's go. Are you going for who gets relegated?
We're going tier 1.
Tier 1, who gets relegated? Let's go. Who's finishing bottom? Is anyone getting relegated this year, or is there going to be that hoo-ha that we had this year?
No.
Is it 2 going down?
I think Crystal.
Or is there any reprieves?
I think Crystal Bobby's pants.
Because I know Bloomsbury don't like reprieves.
No, Bloomsbury don't like reprieves.
Unless it's with our second team.
Yeah, we can't get relegated this season. Bloomsbury big, aren't they? You have to have 12 teams in the league now. So
last season they could have done, but they took the reprieve.
Yeah, they took the reprieve.
But they didn't like us taking the reprieve.
No. Go on.
We're not mentioning that Bloomsbury again. So let's see who's going to finish bottom. So
who's winning it?
Well, I don't know now because I thought it was going to be Bolton by a landslide.
1 second. Go on. You talk. Mrs. asking me when do we want the new freezer? Had a power cut, and the freezer just keeps alarm. The alarm keeps going off, so I've had to get a new freezer. Go on, carry on.
So I thought Bolton by a landslide, but I'm basing this. I've only seen Bolton once because we played them once, but it was out Cookie, and I think if you take Cookie out of that team, I think because he was so good, it's a massive loss, and they've lost Pal from him. They brought in Conor Miller. They brought in a couple of others. I don't know.
It's tough.
It's tough without Cookie.
I said this to Cookie. I was having a chat with Cookie about certain things. Like I say, one of them was, like I say, I was asking him about his opinion on Luca and stuff like that. To just make sure I was on the right figure. But yeah, it's tough because I like Manchester and I like Bolton, so I'm not. So personally, I'm not siding to anyone. If I was to look at that grand final, I think if you took Cookie out of it, Manchester win.
I do.
Although Manchester really struggled in that final. It looked like they had no plan B. They didn't seem to attack with anything. It's not the Manchester that I knew from
Never took
season
a risk,
before.
did they?
But they've had a break this season. The season. Take Cookie out of that team. Oh, but I wrote Bolton off last season and I thought they would finish 5th and they won it. So I could be so wrong here. But I said this to Cookie, unfortunately, you probably don't want to wear it. Even though I know your ego, you probably know it anyway, but I don't think you'll find anyone to replace you.
Not yet.
Cookie Jr. might in 6-7 years, but he's going to have to learn a lot until. So, strongest team, unless is there
I don't
anyone below?
I don't know. If Manchester, I've talked to Sam last week. Don't know if they've really recruited.
Yeah, but no,
It's the same team,
it
so
is.
it's a bit.
It is.
Come on, freshen it up a bit, man.
No, I think they need.
You need a couple of new players in,
Yeah,
not someone you've nicked off.
It is really tough, but I think Bolton are expecting a slow start. I think he knows with everything that's happened. He's expecting a slow start. He'll be hoping that when it comes to the playoffs, they're ready, and the number 12 shirt might come back. I don't know. Yeah, I mentioned that. I'm just getting.
He'll come back.
But I think they need him.
I'm going to chuck one out. I'm just going to chuck one out there and go Genesis win it.
What?
Yeah, I'm going for it.
Who've Genesis signed there?
Don't know. I'm just chucking out there.
You've bottled it, aren't you? You dare go between them. Oh.
I don't know. No, I'm going to.
Right, so you go in.
I'm going to go Genesis win it, Bolton second, Manchester third.
Okay, I'm going Manchester win it. Ooh, sorry. Bolton second. Here's one for you. Bloomsbury third.
Oh, that's not a bad show. But it depends if Calvin Dixon plays or not. If he plays, they could be up there. If he doesn't, they're in trouble.
Okay, bottom team, so we'll get rid of.
Bottom six, sorry, it's an easy one for me.
Yeah.
Easy, Liverpool.
Liverpool bottom, so that's
And I think Hartpury are going to be second to bottom. I think Hartpury are going to go. I think Kent will be two. I think Kent will do okay.
I think from what I saw of Liverpool, I think I'm in agreement. We saw him play Bolton, didn't we? Although
He's alright.
Although they did well in the game, I think when the courts go bigger than Ortsel and squad comes into it and you start losing a few games, I don't know. I think they had a real good player in that's gone to Bloomsbury.
Yeah.
Is it Morris or something, or Jake Morris or something?
I think they've showed their mentality already about bottling that Genesis game.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think I think they're away at Kent this weekend. So again, that's an even bigger journey. So if you lose at Kent, you're in big trouble.
Hartpury's a tough one because I look at the squad and you've still got Totti, you've still got Barcelos, so you've got I think one of the best players in the league. Plus you've got a goal scoring pivot who is really hard to handle. I look at Kent and I go...
I think their strong point was the keeper. And he's gone. Who kept coming out.
Yeah, Malpaz. But I think he's trying... Yeah, I don't know what's happened there. I don't know if he'll reappear.
Loughborough don't know. They're going to go with the new coach. Whether he's...
Don't know, yeah.
They've lost players. Wessex have struggled without Connor. They've just lost 23 goals.
Do you know what I'm going to go? And this sounds ridiculous. And so I've got a few friends at Loughborough, including Alex and people like that, but I don't know if the recruitment's going to be right. I might be totally wrong here with Jose leaving and Jan coming in. I don't know if they would have recruited strong enough. And then I saw Loughborough's second team had 6 players.
They trashed that weekend, didn't they?
So it's like, I don't know. So I'm going to throw one out there and go Loughborough 9.
Yes, Dan.
Which keeps Kent in.
I think Kent stay up.
And then this is an extended episode, run out of time. So that's it. So all we got left. Who's finishing 4th? Who's finishing in the last Champions League spot for you?
Bloomsbury for me.
Okay, then who finishes higher out of Maidenhead, Wessex? Oh, where's Kent for you? 8th, did you say? Oh no.
No, Maidenhead. No. I'll go Kent 8th, Maidenhead 7th, Wessex 6th.
Loughborough 5th.
No, Loughborough in there, aren't they?
Who's finishing 9 in Loughborough? Wessex? Wessex v Nine.
Nah, Loughborough. Go Loughborough. I'm going to keep it fair for them.
Okay. All right. So we're at 1, 2, 3. So 4th for me. Oh, sorry, Jeff. I don't think it's Wessex.
No, Connor.
Genesis. Then Maidenhead. Then Wessex. Then Hartpury. Okay.
All right.
Well, I got it completely wrong last year.
I did. What did I say? Wasn't it Manchester? Yeah.
I don't know.
It's close. And I said Bloomsbury got relegated. Tell you what though.
Oh yeah.
It was tight there. If we'd have beat Bloomsbury,
We'd have
gone joint left. Would have gone on points with them.
I know.
So they weren't much better than us.
Yeah.
Considering they got a full team of internationals. So yeah, that's my predictions. Tier 2 North, we win it. Tier 2 South, LDN win it.
LDN with Palfreyman.
Yeah, too good.
Too good for that league.
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, we'll come up.
Yeah. Fair play to Palfreyman. I think it's a good move.
Adam.
Might as well play for the biggest club in the country we've got. Simple as that, isn't it? Yeah. People like it or not.
Thoughts on them.
Biggest team anyway.
Biggest team.
Not club.
They're not a club.
They need
the biggest team.
If he starts doing, I don't know, he could start doing franchises of youth stuff, and there's all sorts he could do to make a club, and he's that big in what he does. But unfortunately, I think the YouTube will always take priority. So
it makes money, doesn't it? So
why not? It's easy one.
And it brings
sit in your bedroom.
Sit
in your bedroom and bring all that. And
how many views does it bring?
Yeah.
To the sport. Get him in the England squad. But so chuck him in for assessment.
Yeah, well, you say that, but then it contradicts what we just argued there. If you're bringing people in because of what they do on YouTube,
it's because
then you're going against what we're saying about performance.
I met one exception. That'd be him just because of what he could do for the sport.
Yeah,
I'd make an exception and bring him in.
No,
and he can play. He's all right. He's not bringing me in. He can do a bit. So why not? Because sports again, we need to up our levels, move the sport on, and it will. Mate, it'll get there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like I say, if our predictions go right,
we'll be back in there.
Back into our new venue.
I'm sure everyone will say you can't play at the new venue next year.
It's bigger than Orto.
It's bigger than Orto, but yeah,
it's bigger than Orto.
I'm sure they'll all moan about it.
Yeah,
they'll moan. But whatever.
Should we do a little bit of extra? What time we on? We've got time, haven't we?
Yeah, go on.
The Sexton. The sports club. Should we talk about sports club and why we did it?
Yeah, go on.
So I think we spoke about it before about what I'd like is a bit like what Barcelona are. I've seen you do it. I'd like to have a club which has different sports. So we play basketball, we play futsal, and we try and grow a community of people who are all involved in similar sports, or not so similar, but there's a shared interest, and we try and create something a bit bigger. It helps secure venues and things like that. And I think after last season, especially me personally, with the stuff off the field, like I say, there was a lot of county FA stuff, there was a lot of fines from bookings, and there was a lot of energy put into things that had happened to us with information. We wasted a lot of energy with futsal. There was the tier 3 crap that was going on. Just I wanted to leave. No one was stepping up. There was all that stuff that happened at the end of the season in regards to we was offered a reprieve. People didn't want it. And I sort of just give up with the futsal community. I was a bit like, I've sort of had enough with it, and I wanted something a bit fresh. So I thought, I've got this idea of building a club around different sports. So, do you know there's nearly 100 different korfball teams, adult teams, more than futsal? Yeah, no, seriously. Yeah, I asked Chris today because Chris is something to do with korfball. He's on the board or something. I think that's his full-time job. And I was asking him about korfball equipment because one of the good things that has come from this is funding opportunities, so which I'll come to. And I said, is it mainly university teams korfball? If anyone doesn't know what korfball is, it's a bit like netball, but it's a mixed gender sport. I think it's the only mixed gender sport, so we have 4 males, 4 females. on a team, 8-a-side.
Basketball and netball.
Yeah,
So-
you've got to put it into it's. But like I said, it's no one knows about it, and there's 96 adult teams, and I don't even think we're the women's added to the men's. I don't even think we're at that, but we think futsal's the biggest. You know what I mean? So, but everyone must know about futsal. So yeah. When I look at other opportunities, I think there's other stuff out there which I can put my energy into, which just gets me away from futsal a bit. I think I'm all futsal now. Like I say, I've gone for looking for funding about getting the equipment for all these sports, trying to grow the sport, like korfball, just for example. The only equipment that's the proper equipment comes from Holland, and it's like 1,500 quid. I ain't got 1,500 quid. Well, we have, but it's we account for it, don't we? So we've applied for the Sport England funding around stuff, and they've offered us a lot of money. Like, well, I say a lot of money, £5,500 to get equipment and set things up. Other funding opportunities come in to buy certain equipment, set stuff up, and I think we're now at a point where we've done handball, did a handball night, haven't we?
Yeah.
Basketball. Our personal favourite, go on.
Frisbee.
Ultimate Frisbee. Badminton.
Did we do netball?
Did netball. We haven't done korfball yet because we haven't got the equipment. But I think that Frisbee, so we did Frisbee on Thursday, didn't we?
I loved it, didn't they?
How good was that?
Well, I think the parents loved it because the parents joined in.
Parents joined in, and I think the big thing I liked is, I think football, futsal, the coaching side of it, it's very. This is where you're at. This is where you need to get to, and you coach everything in between. I think the Frisbee, especially because we didn't know anything about it, we've sort of looked up the basics and stuff like that. It was about actually just having fun.
Fun, yeah.
And learning through play, which I think's gone in football and futsal. I think it's even like with ball mastery. It's not fun. It's to make you better. Do you know what I mean? It's just actually doing something for fun. And I think it's just changed how I've looked at stuff. And like I say, I think in total we've managed to raise about £7,000 in funding. But my latest project now is to try and make this club free for kids. So I'm now looking at sponsorship and other funding opportunities so these kids can get involved, and adults, because as we've seen, the parents want to play just as much as the kids. So people can be part of our club for free and they can attend sessions for free.
Just get the kids playing.
Play.
Not just... We want kids who don't really play football and stuff. We're looking at more... Again, we want people who play sport, but again, trying to open it up for doors who don't always play, don't get the opportunities because it's too serious, or you can't play because you're crap, so we don't want that. We want it to be open for everyone and it's fun, not hammered.
But I want these kids to play in teams, so I want a group of 8 players who 1 week are doubles in a badminton competition, the next week they're playing korfball, the week after they're playing frisbee, the week after they're playing futsal. And these same group of players are playing different sports in leagues or festivals or events, and they're getting such a mixed variety of movements, do you know what I mean? Contact, everything. So that's what we've tried to change the club. I don't know, just with futsal it's very just a bit.
I like futsal.
We need to freshen things up, didn't we?
It was just getting a bit stale, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think
same old futsal.
Quite a few people. Above, and I think we just needed to just reset, and I think this has been perfect for us, hasn't it? But hopefully, like I say, it changes things. Like I say, we've just got an influx of £7,000 into our club to. Job which we wouldn't have before. We've obviously still got some profits from last season, which we're putting into certain things, especially our new venue, which we've accounted for. So, like I say, but hopefully by the end of this season, we'll have a venue which we don't pay for. But you come in, there's music, there's huge banners on the wall, there's events, it's got different markings, we play. Yeah, so my hope is, like I say, on a Sunday, there might be a korfball game in the morning, then a netball game early afternoon, mid-afternoon futsal. The week after it might be other sports. That's what I'm trying to get. That might take 5, 6, 7, 8 years, but like I said, at the minute it's can we get kids playing sport for free? And I think people might
It's
be
working, isn't it?
Well, it's working.
They're playing for free at the minute.
They're playing for free, so
keep it going.
Just keep it going. So, like I say, that's up for me to try and sell the dream, so to speak, and keep them opportunities coming. But yeah, so
we don't keep on with futsal, but we just knocked it down.
We've diluted it, haven't we, a bit?
Weekends.
We used to have futsal training most nights, and the midweek ones were sort of for the legends, we call them, the JPL players or the reps players that can't play on weekends. And what we've realised is you might be good players, but whenever we put tournaments and stuff, you're never available. No. So we'll just go with those that want to, and we'll condense it into a Saturday. Some have actually chucked that stuff because they prefer futsal, but the majority have just gone. So we've sort of lost a lot of kids in that, but deliberately, but it's freed up a lot of halls midweek to put these sessions on. So massive risk, but fortunately we had a chance to make a risk, but I think it was a lush one.
Yeah, it is a risk, but I don't think futsal.
It's like
I
think, like I say, I think when you look at korfball and you go, there's that many. I think there's other opportunities there which people don't look at. And like I say, it's hard. Everyone commits to futsal. I know we had a moan about people not doing enough, but they're probably doing everything they can in the hours they're willing to commit. I think we're just willing to commit a bit more into that. But like I say, I don't know. I think last Thursday when we're throwing that frisbee around and we're sweating, and one of the parents' knee goes because he hadn't played in 20 years or whatever, and he's on the floor like in agony. I think he just summed up like the fact he wanted to get involved, even though his knee was going to go, was everything we needed to say. So yeah, but yeah, that's it. So a special extended episode. Get your teeth into that. I might split it into 2 parts. I don't know why, but yeah, I might split it.
Chuck it all out. Yeah. We'll see. Then I don't know when the next one will be. We'll have to see.
I think we need to after the York one. So
a couple of weeks we'll come back.
So
you never know. Everyone will be laughing at me, or they'll be like, "Why didn't we set these down?" Yeah. But like I say, I love to just give people a bit of ammo. It makes the game a bit more interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But again, people seem to want it, seem to love it, seem to laugh at us when we've I'm sure they did last year when we was getting battered and all. There was somebody on, I don't even know who's doing it. There was some jokes going around, Instagram or something, I don't do Instagram, don't even know what that is. But there was someone putting stuff on there, wasn't they, about...
What was that?
I don't know what it was, but having a laugh at us, and it's like, whatever. Then suddenly we started getting good.
It disappeared, did it?
It was like, well, right, okay.
Yeah,
goodbye. I don't know who it was. But
it was started to engage, it just disappeared, did it?
Yeah, I don't know who was doing it, because I never saw it. But I will say that we went to watch a game yesterday. We went to watch Eagles versus Sunderland.
Yeah.
And the game was alright. It finished 9-7 or something after extra time. But the game kicked off at 12:30, and considering there was 5 minutes each way of extra time, so I'll ask the viewers, what time do you think it finished?
Well, he asks the viewers, they can't talk. You guys have the answer.
I know. Well, I'll give them time to go for a run.
Right, yeah.
We're shouting at the screen now. Get on with it, Baldy. Just don't even tell us you're boring. 3:30. 3 hours for a 50-minute game. It was longer than American football.
Yeah.
I've never seen it like it. It was ridiculous. Every kick-in must have took half an hour to take. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the longest game I think I've ever seen in my life. 3:30.
Well, it was that long. One of the referees nearly passed out, bless it.
I
tried to text him today, yeah. I don't know if I've got his same number, but...
If you do watch Rob, I was a bit concerned about him. He was getting a bit hot and bothered. But he managed it. He got through it in the end. And we didn't need penalties, thank God. But the sport was good, wasn't it? The sport was alright. Bit too much at times, but it was... Eagles do bring a very good support. I think when Tier 2 teams play Eagles this year, I think when we play Eagles, it'll be a very...
Yeah, we need to sort that with them. I don't know. I saw something last night. I don't know what their view is on. I don't know if they think there's something between us. If it is, it's all coming from your side. I don't have a problem with them. I did have a problem with one individual, but I think that seems to have sorted itself out. But we need that to be... we need that to be a big game.
I want it to be a big Friday night game. I want it to be like a Friday night futsal. The place rammed, 200-300 people in,
fans on that side, away fans that side, home fans that side.
Balcony full. I just think we could fill it out on a Friday night. No excuses for anybody. No one's at football. I think we stream it live. I think it could be a really good event. Don't think they'll do it. I don't think they'll do it though.
Yeah.
But whatever. But I think for futsal, it'd be quite good for people to sit and watch us. I'm sure people will be cheering on that we're getting trashed. Oh, there he goes again with it. I think they're calling it Lorty Ball. Who was calling it? Louis, wasn't he?
Louis, yeah.
Louis was calling it Lorty Ball. But we'll see. Lorty Ball might come good. Who knows? We'll see until this year. But yeah, we'll know in 2 weeks' time because we'll come back after the Birmingham and York game, and we'll know if we're coming straight back or we're going to struggle.
Yeah, it'll still be early, but like I say, we've seen the majority of teams now, haven't we? I don't think Bolton Bees or Manchester Bees teams are as strong as they used to be. Like I say, I think our first team will come Manchester Bees team finished second.
Yeah.
And then when Bolton had Conry, Tyler, you know what I mean, it was a completely different team to what it is.
Well, they had
now.
a pretty much tier 1 team then, didn't they?
Yeah, so Loughborough, like I say, I don't know whether that was just they hadn't got students back or what, but they don't look. So we know a lot about the other teams, don't we? Not saying the week, but
Sunderland looked alright, but he didn't bring many players, did he, yesterday? Yeah. But he looks alright. Yeah. Eagles look alright.
But
we'll see where we're
if
at.
our players do, like I say, if Jason's performing like he did last season, not many teams are going to be able to handle him. That's my thought on it. But they need to perform. They need to. If everyone performs, if Skelly performs, Luca performs, Jason performs, and Shaffer's as good as we're thinking he's going to be. I think there'll be some 4 alone there, regardless of your Brads and
there'll be some big scores if teams play the game. I'm sure they'll. It's all dependent on the other teams, isn't it? If they want to sit in and be boring, then they might do. But whatever. I'm not that fussed this year. Whatever they do, we'll get them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there you go, everyone. It's back again.
Yeah.
Back by popular demand. The powers that be couldn't stop us.
Apologies for the sound is rubbish. Don't think it'll be as bad as the first episode of the Bolton. I'm hoping not anyway. But I forgot how I set this up, and I've left the mics at home. The little ones we attached to us, so it's got one of them. Was it Rody mics on top? But from memory, I don't think it was accurate.
But yeah, we'll be back 2 weeks' time. We'll do another one. Well, we might not. If we get beat, we're not doing one. We'll be sulking. Say that every week. I love it.
Yeah, if we get beat twice, we'll be busy. So.
Yeah, busy. But yeah, just my last thoughts is, did you see Cambridge results yesterday?
Oh no, we can't tell you now.
Did you see how they got on? Because they did real well after the first week because there was 7th. They did really well.
Oh, have you got it yet?
There was a big post, and I'm just congratulating him because he did really well. Like he put a big post up saying we're 7th in the league, which I thought was really good.
That's because I mentioned it to you.
Oh, right, I didn't see it. And then
I was like, I can't believe. I saw it was like after week 1 we finished in 7th place. So I thought, oh wow, they must have got a point or something. I've got it. It was just there was the 7th worst team. Like there was 2 teams or whatever who got battered more than they did.
Yeah.
So it got me that.
But yeah, we asked them for a pre-season. I think I got reprimanded by someone, don't know, for bullying them, but we asked him for a friendly, he didn't fancy it.
No, you asked him for a friendly.
I asked him for a friendly.
I don't know why he wanted a friendly.
Because he was doing my head in. After he grovelled to Chris last year to stay up, and he does my head in, the lad. But yeah, he didn't fancy it. He passed the management on to someone else. But I think they're second to bottom now. They're slowly slipping down that league. But luckily, you can't get relegated this year, so... I think someone else got beat.
Oh, did they?
Later on in the night, so they've saved him from bottom. He was bottom for quite a while.
So after week 2, they finished it down.
Yeah, he's doing well. He's doing well, bless him. But he don't have to grovel this year.
Hey, Chris, it's all good fun.
And then he can't get relegated this year.
No. So which,
that's
like
great,
I say,
great news.
it's right. Like I say, I know there was all that stuff about reprieves and stuff. If everyone knows where they are going into the season, you know where you are. You know where you are. I think, like I say, Chris did what he did, and I thought he was in the best interest. But I think it caused him a lot of stress because people were upset by it. Like, well, we should have known. Okay, well, you know now. So I think the ruling now is until the leagues are full, no one's getting relegated. So from tier 3 teams will keep coming up. But when it gets to 12, I think in tier 2,
so maybe next year he might.
So
yeah,
well, we'll see.
Building. But yeah, well done. Yeah, keep going, Chris. I know you're not managing now, but
I don't think he was anyway. I think they're a different manager.
Last year?
Yeah, I don't think.
I thought he was there last year.
He was, but I don't think he was manager. I think he had someone else.
Oh, maybe he should be then.
Yeah.
Maybe Chris was manager. Yeah. But yeah, I'm lucky, mate. Keep going. I'm sure you can rag us if we get.
Do you remember when we started this and this was all at Junior? And now
I've changed to Chris Horton. Do you know what I said? I've got new enemies. It's Chris Horton. I'm sure he'll ring the FA up and try and get us. We're bullying him or something, but.
I don't think Chris has ever done that.
Chris is alright. I think
Chris would rather have it out than go sneak behind people's backs and say, I reported it, then report it.
I think Chris likes the banter. But yeah, I've had to block you on Twitter, Chris, as well, because you was part of the Get Along gang and it was... I kept biting to you. I kept biting to daft comments and it was going to get me in trouble because... Yeah, so I had to come off that.
Yeah.
But I've only deleted you, so... You and your mate, I've had to delete, so. Yeah, but you've still got my phone number, so if you want to, if you need a chat, Chris, you can call me. Yeah. But yeah, Chris Horton's our new enemy my new enemy. I'm sure Danny likes him, but we'll see. Hopefully, Cambridge will get a. We could have a race, can't we? See who gets the first win of the season. So we're both on 0 at the minute.
You're horrible.
I know, mate. But everyone likes to see us lose, so why not?
Yeah. All right.
Right, so that's it.
Leave it there. Thank you, everyone. See you soon.